Hello, everybody, and welcome to the channel. We got the final game of this three-game series between the Seattle Mariners and Boston Red Sox. Leading it off for Seattle, playing right field, Suzuki, batting second, playing second, Reynolds, batting third, playing short, Rodriguez, batting fourth, playing center field, Griffey Jr., batting fifth, playing third base, Martinez, batting sixth, playing left field, Ibanez, batting seventh, playing first base is Davis, batting eighth, doing the catching is Wilson, and on the mound, and batting ninth is Hernandez. We should have some strikeouts today because Pedro Martinez is going on the mound for Boston against old King Hernandez, and leading off for Boston against Hernandez, batting lead off playing second is Pedro. Batting second, playing shortstop is Garcia Parra. Batting third, playing third is Boggs. Batting fourth, playing first is Ortiz. Batting fifth, playing right is Evans. Batting sixth, playing center field is Lynn. Batting seventh, playing left field is Yastrzemski. Batting eighth, doing the catching is Fisk. And like I say, Pedro's on the mound and batting ninth. I don't understand that usage. He sure ain't up to 200. So here we go. We'll get down here to Fenway and get this game started. And they'll lead it off here for the Mariners is Suzuki, batting 171 with no homers and no RBIs. And like I say, this is Pedro's third start. He's yet to pick up a decision. He's 4-15. He has a 4.15 average. See the team comparison: Seattle 3-7 with 79 strikeouts, 36 walks, 22 doubles, one triple. Boston at the 500 mark, 5-5, 61 strikeouts, 47 walks, 19 doubles, and two triples. And here's the pitch to Ichiro, and that's going to be a swing and a miss right away. Start this game off with a strikeout. There should be a lot of them in this game, folks. And next up is Reynolds. And Reynolds is batting a .190. No homers and an RBI. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Strikeout number 2 for Pedro. 2 up and 2 down by the strikeout. And Alex Rodriguez, can he at least put the ball in play? Batting .250 with 2 homers and 7 RBIs. And that's going to be a base on ball. So no, he doesn't put the ball in play. Seattle gets their first base runner, so 2 strikeouts and a walk. And now Griffey Jr.'s up. And Griffey's batting .222 with 3 homers and 7 RBIs. And that's going to be against a righty. Base hit. That's going to be an infield hit by Griffey. So he's aboard here with a 2-out single. And all of a sudden, with 2 outs after striking out the first 2 batters, Pedro's in a little bit of a pickle. First and second, and Martinez is up. And Edgar's batting a .33 with no homers and 1 RBI. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. So Pedro strikes the side out in between the walk and the single. And the Mariners strand 2 at the end of a half an inning. Seattle nothing. Red Sox coming to the plate. Dustin Nomar and Wade Boggs due up here against King FELIX. And this is his third start. He's 0-2 with a 5.73 ERA. Dustin batting .163 with a homer and 6 RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Reynolds. He's up with it, fires over the first for out number 1. And now you got Nomar. He's batting .279, no homers and 4 RBIs. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Griffey for out number 2. 2 up and 2 down here in the bottom of the first. Wade Boggs is up batting .270, 2 homers and 8 RBIs. And that's going to be a fly ball out the left. 1, 2, 3 goes the Red Sox. And we get to the top of the second with no score. And we got Ibanez, Davis, and Wilson due up. Rule's batting .467 with 2 homers and 3 RBI. And that's not going to work against Pedro. He strikes out his 4th batter. So all 4 outs so far have been by the strikeout route. Now you got Al Davis up, batting .235, no homers and no RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball. The first out, not recorded as a strikeout. Boggs is up with it, fires over to David for out number 2. And Mr. Wilson, Dan Wilson, batting .222, no homers and 3 RBIs. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Pedro strikes him out. That's his 5th strikeout through 2 innings, so only 1 by the route of a ground ball. And to the bottom of the second we go. Ortiz, Evans, and Lynn. Sorry about that. I thought I was going to sneeze there. David Ortiz is yet to get a hit this year, folks. He is 0 for 21 with 5 strikeouts. Here's the pitch to David. And he finally gets it, folks. Maybe not. Yep, he finally gets it. Squares this one up. David Ortiz, first hit of the year. And it is a double in the right field. And that's a big sigh of relief from the big man. Big Pappy down at second with his first hit of the year. And he's in scoring position with nobody out. And up next is Dwight Evans, batting .289 with 3 homers and 9 RBIs. And he gets a hold of this. And that's going to be a double in the left field. And just like that, Boston takes a 1-0 lead here. Nobody out after everybody cruised through the first. The King, FELIX, is getting lit up here. Now you got Evans down at second with Freddie Lynn up, batting .294 with a homer and 2 RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball, a 51 and an 8. That'll be fielding column 1. And 25. It's going to be a line drive. And the runner will get back to second. Reynolds makes a nice catch. Evans gets back. And now there's 1 out for Yastrzemski. And Yastrzemski's batting .211. He's got 2 homers and 6 RBIs on the year. And that's going to be 17. And that's going to be a pop up down the third. Martinez makes the call, makes the catch for out number 2. And it's up to Fisk here to drive in that insurance run after the leadoff double. He's still down at second. Fisk batting .250 with no homers and 2 RBIs. And that's going to be a infield fly. Let's see here. The infield is a 10, 13, 22, 33. 33 will be fielding column 2. That's going to be a pop-up behind home plate. Wilson makes the catch, and that's out number 3. So the leadoff double goes nowhere. Boston strands 1 to the top of the third we go. FELIX Hernandez due up, followed by Suzuki and Reynolds. And FELIX is 0 for 3 on the year. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. And that is Pedro's 6th strikeout out of 7 batters. Out of 9 batters, rather. And out of 7 outs. And Ichiro, of course, he struck out his first time up. He's 0 for 1. That's going to be a ground ball down the Boggs. He's up with it. fires over the first. That's the only other out of the game, folks. It's 2 ground balls to Boggs. And Harold Reynolds is up, and he's 0 for 1 with a strikeout. And that's going to be a fly ball. Nope, that's going to be a swing and a miss. And Reynolds goes down on strikeouts for the second time today. And that'll do it. We go to the bottom of the third. It's still 1-0 Boston. And you got Martinez due up here, followed by Pedro and Garcia Pera. And Pedro is 0 for 4 on the year. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. And that's the King's first strikeout. How about that? Expected a little more strikeouts from him, but that's his first strikeout of the game. And Dustin's up 0 for 1, grounded out to second. His counterpart the first time. And that's going to be back-to-back strikeouts. And all of a sudden now the King's starting to feel it. 2 strikeouts in a row. Can he strike the side out? Nomar's up. He's 0 for 1. He flew out to center his first time up. And that's going to be a good morning, good afternoon, and good night. He strikes the side out here in the third. It's still 1-0 Boston. We go to the top of the fourth. The big boys due up here for Seattle. Rodriguez, Griffey, and Martinez, and Alex walked his first time up. And not this time. That's going to be a 23. That's going to be a ground ball back to the mound. Martinez is up with it, fires over the first for out number 1. And Griffey's up now. And he singled his first time up. Only hit of the ball game for Seattle. And this is going to be a ground ball down the first. And Ortiz will take it himself. 2 quick outs here in the fourth. And Martinez can Seattle make contact all 3 times. It could be the first inning. Martinez doesn't strike a batter out. And he doesn't yet because that ball is high. How far is that one going to go, folks? And kiss it goodbye. Edgar Martinez gets a hold of this. Hits it over to Green Monster, and we're tied up at 1 apiece. Just like that. And now Montes is up for strikeout. Back in the second, he's 0 for 1. And that's going to be a base on balls. And Martinez now with 2 outs here in the fourth, struggling. Al Davis is up. Can he get something going on with a runner at first and 2 outs in a tie ball game? He grounded out to third his first time up. He's 0 for 1. And that's going to be a fly ball out the right field. Evans makes the catch, but the home run by Martinez makes this a 1-1 ball game as we go to the bottom of the fourth. You got the big boys up, Boggs, Ortiz, and Evans. Wade is 0 for 1. He flew out the left his first time up, and that's going to be a base on balls. So the go-ahead runs at first, and Mr. Ortiz with his first hit of the year last time up had a double. He's 1 for 1 today, and that's going to be a 2 balls and no strike count on David. Can he take advantage of this 2-0 pitch? And that's going to be a 17. And that is going to be a ground ball down the short. Nice play down there by Rodriguez. 32 and a 9 should be fielding column 1. And he'll get the runner out at second. That'll be a 6-4 put out. David's down at first now with 1 out. And Evans is up. And Evans doubled and drove in the only run of the game for Boston. And that's going to be 2 balls and no strikes. Hernandez keeps falling behind. Boston's got to make him pay. And they don't because he comes back and strikes Evans out. Big strikeout there. His 4th strikeout of the game. And Freddie's up now. Lynn's 0 for 1. Hit a hard ball down the second. Reynolds caught it. Nice play down there. And that's going to be back-to-back strikeouts by the King. And Boston leaves one. We go to the top of the fifth in a 1-1 game. You got Wilson, Hernandez, and then Ichiro due up. As you see Seattle's schedule, they leave Boston, go to Cleveland for 3, and then head to Minnesota. Wilson struck out against Pedro's first time up, and he does it again here. Pedro's back on the strikeout march. That's his 8th strikeout of the game. And the King, FELIX, is 0 for 1. He struck out. And that's going to be a ground ball down the second. Pedro's up with it, fires over the first for out number 2. And now you got Suzuki up. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a ground out. And this time he gets a hold of this one off of Martinez. Where's this one going to end up at? And that's going to split the defense out there in right field, go to the wall. And Ichiro standing down at second with a 2-out double. Go ahead, runs in scoring position with 2 outs. And Reynolds is up. And Harold's 0 for 2. He struck out both times. And that's going to be a ground ball down the short. Nomar's up with it, fires over to first to Ortiz, and that'll end the inning. Seattle strands 1 to the bottom of the 5th we go. And the bottom part of the order due up here. Yaz, Fisk, and Martinez. Yaz popped up the 3rd. He's 0 for 1. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. He's out of there on strikes. And Fisk is up now, and the King is settled down here and starting to find the groove. He's up to 6 strikeouts himself now. Fisk is 0 for 2. He popped up to the catcher. That's going to be a ground ball down the 3rd. And Martinez boots that ball, folks. That's going to be an E5. And Fisk is down at first. That'll bring up Pedro. Go ask him to bunt him over to second. He struck out his first time up. And that's a nice bunt by Pedro. Gets it down back to the mound. FELIX only play is going to be over to first with Reynolds covering. And that'll be out number 2. But the go-ahead run gets in the scoring position for Dustin. And Dustin Pedroia is 0 for 2. Grounded out and struck out. And that's going to be a ground ball down the first. Davis is up with it, tosses it over to FELIX for out number 3. This gets stranded down at second. We go to the top of the 6th. It's still 1-1. The big boys are due up here in the 6th inning. Rodriguez, Griffey, and Martinez. Alex 0 for 1 with a walk. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. He strikes out Alex for the first time today. And now you got Griffey up. He's 1 for 2. He's got 1 of the 3 hits for Seattle singled. And that's going to be a ground ball. Nope, a fly ball out the land. He makes the catch for out number 2. Edgar Martinez is up. And he's 1 for 2 with that homer to tie this ball game up. And that's going to be a rare play. A 64 and a 39. That is going to be hit down to first base. David, not of the good fielding first baseman to say the least. And that's going to be an E3. And that gets Martinez aboard here with 2 outs. And Ibanez is up. Rule is 0 for 1. He struck out and walked, yet to put the ball in play with Martinez down at first. Here's the pitch to Ibanez. See what he can do here. And that's going to be a 2 balls and no strike count on him. Here's the 2-0 pitch. And he drills it, folks. He takes advantage of it. He might have just untied this ball game. And that is going to be a triple out in the right field out there and near the triangle. And that's going to give Mariners a 2-1 lead here, folks, and a runner down at 3rd and 2 outs. Martinez shaking his head out there. He's now down by 1. Hal Davis is up. He's 0 for 2. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. He strikes him out, but the RBI triple gives Seattle a 2-1 lead as we go to the bottom of the 6th. You got the 2, 3, 4 hitters due up here. Garcia, Pera, Boggs, and Ortiz. Nomar 0 for 2 today. And that's going to be 0 for 3. That's a swing and a miss. FELIX is up to 7 strikeouts now. And Boggs is up. And Boggs is 0 for 1. He did walk his last time up. And that's going to be a ground ball down the short. And Rodriguez messes it up. He stumbles, fumbles, and bumbles away around that one. It's going to be an E6. And that'll be a runner down at first. Tie and run there. Go ahead and run at the plate. David Ortiz is 1 for 2 with the double. And that's going to be a 36 and a 3. And that'll be fielding column number 3. And the only play, nope, that'll be a swing and a miss. He strikes him out. Ortiz goes down. So now there's 2 outs, and it's up to Evans to try to get the Red Sox tied up. He does have an RBI double today, 1 for 2. And not happening this time. That's a fly ball out the right. And that'll end the inning. The Red Sox strand 1, still trailing 2-1 as we go to the top of the 7th. Wilson, Hernandez, and then Suzuki due up. Wilson 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. And that'll be strikeout number 3. He gets the hat trick here. Pedro picks up his 11th strikeout of the game. And the King is up. He's 0 for 2. Grounded out and struck out. And that's going to be a ground ball again down to Pedro. Back-to-back times he's hit it down the second. Both times Pedro's up to it. And Ichiro's up. He's got a double in this game his last time up. 1 for 3. And he's done it again, folks. He's got Pedro's number here. And that ball is high. That ball is far. How far is this one going to go, folks? And that ball is out of here. Ichiro gets it down the pesky pole, wraps it around, and it's a 3-1 ball game. Reynolds is 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts. And that's going to be another one as Pedro strikes him out after the homer. But the solo shot by Ichiro makes it 3-1, and we go to the 7th inning stretch. And you got Lynn, Yaz, and Fisk due up here. Freddie's 0 for 2. Not anymore. That ball is high. That ball is far. Forget about it. Kiss it goodbye. That's out of here, folks. Freddie cuts the lead back to 1. It's a 3-2 ball game. And now Yaz is up. And Yaz is 0 for 2. He has popped up and struck out. And that he bounces back. The King does. Strikes out Yastrzemski for his 9th strikeout of the game. And now Fisk is up. And he's 0 for 2. He has reached on an error his last time up, though. And that's going to be a base on balls. Fisk gets down to first. Tie and run at first. And we'll have a pitch hitter here for Martinez. So he goes 7 innings. Gives up 5 hits. 3 runs. And I think it was 11 strikeouts. Let's take a look here. 5 hits. 3 runs, only 2 of them earned, walked only 2, struck out 2, and gave up the 2 homers. And now let's see who's going to come off the bench. Against the cat. Felix the cat. And it's going to be Mo Vaughn. See if Mo Vaughn can give the Red Sox the lead here with one swing of the bat. So Mo is batting .077. He's got 2 hits, and one of them's a homer and 2 RBIs. Here's the pitch to Mo. And that is not what the doctor ordered if you're a Boston fan, but it is if you're a Mariners. That ball is hit hard down the second. A tailor-made double play ball. 4-6-3. And they get out of the inning with nobody scoring. Now let's see who's going to come out of the bullpen here. Try to keep this a 1-run game and keep Boston in the game. Looks like Derek Lowe's coming out of the pen. He's got the heart of the lineup, Rodriguez, Griffey, and Martinez. And Rodriguez is 0 for 2 today. He has walked in this game. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. And Derek Lowe leaves off where Rodriguez starts off where Rodriguez led off. And now you got Griffey up with 1 out, nobody on. And Griffey's 1 for 3. He's singled in this game. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Back-to-back strikeouts for Derek Lowe. And Edgar Martinez is up. Can he strike the side out? Martinez with that homer back in the 4th. Reached on an error and came around the score in the 6th. And that is going to be a good morning, good afternoon, good night. Derek Lowe strikes the side out as we go to the bottom of the 8th. And the Red Sox have got the 2, 3, 4 hitters up. Sorry, the 1, 2, 3 hitters. Top of the order due up. And are they going to let Felix try to get through this 8th inning or not? That is the question. I don't think they're going to. Got the righties coming up. And I think Rafael Soriano is coming out of the bullpen. That's going to be it for the King. And then JJ will try to come in the 9th and close it out. So the Cat goes 7 innings. Let's check the line on him. As Beetle joins us. I'm glad you can finally join the chat here, buddy. So the Cat, Felix the Cat. Look at his line here, folks. 7 innings, 3 hits, 2 runs, walked 2, struck out 9, and gave up a homer. So far in this game, we've had 24 strikeouts, folks. That's what I told you at the beginning. Look for the strikeouts. So Raphael's going to come in, try to keep this a 1-run lead for him. He'll pitch the 8th. And if everything goes right, he'll give away the JJ in the 9th. Like I say, this is his 5th appearance, no record. He's got a 5.4 ERA. And you got the top of the order due up here. Dustin, Nomar, and Boggs. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Alex at short. And that'll be out number 1. And Nomar's up now. He's 0 for 3. He struck out his last 2 times. And that's going to be a swing and a miss this time. And the strikeouts just keep building, folks. And Mr. Boggs is up now. He's 0 for 2. He walked back in the 4th. 2 outs and nobody on. And that's going to be another base on balls. And that brings the winning run. Go ahead, run to the plate, and David Ortiz. He does have his first hit of the year today, folks. He's 1 for 3 with a double. He's 1 for 24. He has grounded into a force play and struck out his other 2 times up. And that's going to be a 23. That's going to be a fly ball. Nope, that's going to be a ground ball back to the mound. And that'll be out number 3 as Raphael throws over to Davis at first. And Boston strands 1 to the top of the 9th we go. And it'll be Ibanez, Davis, and Wilson. Derek Lowe keeps this a 1-run game and give Boston a chance in the bottom of the 9th. Ibanez has tripled in this game and drove in a run. And that's going to be a fly ball out to center field. Freddie makes the catch for out number 1. You doing anything later on the night, Beatles? And you got Al Davis up. He's 0 for 3 today. Flown out, grounded out, and struck out. And that's going to be driven into the outfield. Where is this ball going to land at? And that ball was blasted into right field. That'll be a 1-out double. And now you got Mr. Wilson up. And Mr. Wilson is 0 for 3. He has struck out all 3 times. He's glad to see Pedro going. And Beatles thinks he's going to do something tonight. Wilson with the pitch here to Wilson, and that's going to be another swing and a miss. That's the golden sombrero. 4 strikeouts in the game, and that's Derek Lowe's 4th strikeout. Now there's 2 down, and they're going to have a pitch hitter for Soriano as JJ is going to come in the game in the 9th. Let's see who's going to pitch hit for him now. And Kyle Seager is going to come off the bench, the lefty. See if he can give him some insurance run here. Up by 2. And Kyle is looking for his first hit of the year. He's 0 for 5. And that's going to be a 15. And that's going to be a ground ball down the short. Nomar's up with it. Fires over the first. And that'll end the top of the 9th. As Al Davis gets stranded at second. And we go to the 9th inning here in a 3-2 ball game. And JJ's coming out of the bullpen. Try to lock this game down. And this is JJ's 4th appearance. He's got 3 saves on the year with a 6 ERA. So he hasn't been lights out, but he's gotten the job done. Dwight Evans is 1 for 3 with an RBI double in this game. Can he get something going here? And that's going to be a base on balls. So the tying runs down at first. Go ahead runs at the plate, and Freddie Lynn. Can Freddie walk it off here? He's already homered once in this game back in the 7th. And that's going to be a pop up behind home plate. Just got under that. That wouldn't be a homer in a phone booth, but it went a mile high. It's a rainmaker for out number 1. Now you got Yastrzemski up, and Yaz is 0 for 3. He has struck out his last 2 times. And that's going to be a fly ball out the left field. And that'll be out number 2. And Red Sox are down to their last out, and it's Carlton Fisk. Can he wave one over the Green Monster? He has reached on an error and walked. He's 0 for 2. And that's going to do it, folks. That's another pop-up straight up the chute. Wilson waits for it, makes the catch, and that's your ball game. hell of a pitching hold like we thought. 3-2 win. Seattle gets out of Boston with 1 win. Take a look here at this box score. Bunch of strikeouts, folks, as we thought. When you had Hernandez and Martinez going at it. This has got to be the strikeouts for Pedro. Yep, Pedro strikes out 12 Mariners and loses the game, folks. How about that? And the Mariners, 3 runs, 6 hits, 2 errors. Red Sox, 2 runs, 3 hits, and 1 error. They was very productive with a little bit of offense they had to score 2 runs. And Ichiro went 2 for 4. Seattle were 0 for 5 with runners in scoring position. Suzuki and Martinez each with homers in this game. And they left 6 men on base. And there was no Red Sox with the multiple hit game. You had Freddie Lynn with the homer. They was 1 for 5 with runners in scoring position and left 6 men on base. The main part of this game was the strikeouts. FELIX Hernandez goes to 1-2, gets the win with a 7-inning, 3-hit, 2-run, 2 walks, 9 strikeouts, and gave up a homer. Soriano gets 1 inning, 1 walk, 1 strikeout. JJ gets his 4th save of the year, 1 inning and 1 walk. Pedro Martinez, the hard luck loser, 0-1 now, 7 innings, 5 hits, 3 runs, only 2 of them earned. Walked 2, struck out 12, like we said, but gave up 2 homers. Derek Lowe comes in, does a great job. 2 innings, 1 hit, and 4 strikeouts. So we had a total of 26 strikeouts in the game, folks. Just like we thought. A strikeout game. Now let's look at the standings in the leaderboard. And the Yankees are now 5 games up on the Blue Jays. Red Sox dropped to 5.5 games back. Orioles 6. And the Devil Rays 6.5. The Tigers are a half a game up on KC. Indians 1 back. Twins a game and a half. And the White Sox 3 games. And out west, the Rangers are 2.5 games up on the Angels. The Mariners are now 3 games back after the win, and Oakland 4. Roberto Alomar with that .364 average leading the American League. And Abreu, Maris, and Ramirez with 5 homers. And Rogers still with those 13 RBIs leading the American League. And right now the ERA leader's still at 0. And you got 9 pitchers with 2 wins on the year. And JJ just took over the saves lead with his 4th save of the year. And you got Derek Jeter's leading in the MVP voting. And the chairman of the board, Whitey Ford, leading in the Cy Young. And let's see what the next game is going to be on the channel here. It'll be a National League game. Let's see here. It'll be, let's see who we'll have in the National League. Looks like it's going to be the Big Red Machine traveling to Colorado to take on the Rockies. See how many game series this is. 2, 3. That's going to be a 4-game series. I don't think it's 5. Nope, that'll be a 4-game series. And let's see, it's going to be Galt against Jimenez in game number 1. So check that out, folks. I want to thank Brian Beatles for stopping by. Check out his great channel. He says he's going to be on later this evening. Do you know what time, Beatles? See if he knows what time he's going to be on. anytime now between 11. All right, old buddy. If you're new to my channel, hit that subscribe button. Doesn't cost a dime, folks. Hit that bell for reminders. And on your way out of Boston, hit that like button and leave a comment. Until next time, y'all have a great day and take care.